Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 15th. We're just going to jump right in here, and we are going to see what is going on for you. You have this first quarter moon in Aquarius. There you go. It says trust in the universe. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the High Priestess. The Six of Pentacles and the Justice card are about trusting kind of like equal give and take, but the Justice card is a card of equal give and take, or cause and effect. And that's what I feel like is going to be very important for you this week, is paying attention to the energy that you give to things, and then the energy that you receive back from whatever it is that you are investing in. So this could be like you are investing your time, effort, energy. You could be investing in relationships, businesses, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I think what's really important here is that you really pay attention to like what you get back from certain, from whatever it is that you're doing. So, that's what I would do here with this energy for sure. I do feel that some of you, I get like a little bit of overthinking here on this Six of Pentacles, like not being sure what to invest your time, effort, and energy into. So, but I kind of feel like I don't want to call you out, but I'm totally going to call you out because, Eight of Swords, Ten of Cups to the Ace of Swords. It's almost as if this reading is saying that you're overcomplicating something, even going this way. It's like feeling confused, but you're actually very clear. You have two cards of great clarity showing up here, Ace of Swords and the Sun. So it's like, are you just confusing yourself? Do you actually know what you want in life, and you're just kind of, maybe have you, sometimes I wonder if we work ourselves up enough to the point where we think we don't know what we want, or are we just afraid to ask for what we really want? Like, clearly there's something that you really want here, the Sun. But if you don't believe you deserve it, then maybe you're causing confusion because you don't believe that you deserve to have something great. Or maybe there's like some sort of limiting belief going this way inside of you that makes you feel like you don't deserve something that you totally do deserve. So, it's like, really, I would say, how, with the Six of Pentacles and the Justice card, how can you start making yourself believe this, right? It's like, of course, I'm a big fan of brainwashing yourself, but that takes time, brainwashing yourself to believe that you deserve something, to get over limiting beliefs and things like that. But there are actions you can take as well. It's like, if you don't believe that you deserve love, go be around like love, right? But also, you can do things that you love to do, like hobbies or things that you enjoy. Then you start to believe that you deserve love, right? So it's like there might be multiple things that you have to do here. Same thing with like your finances as well. It's like if you want to improve your finances, but you have money blocks, it's like, what can you do? Are there exercises you can do to overcome those money blocks? I don't know. There's probably about 1 billion of them on YouTube. I guarantee you, if you search overcome money blocks, there are probably plenty of free things that you could do to get rid of your money block. So I kind of feel that here with the Justice card. It's like encouraging some sort of action. You have the High Priestess, which is clearly about needing to trust your intuition. So I do feel here, by the way, that again, no matter which way I take it, it's like going this way, you're overcomplicating something that is your happily ever after with the Ten of Cups. So it's almost like you're making something harder than it needs to be here. Again, not calling you out, but I totally am at the same time. So, I feel like you need to allow your intuition to guide you. I also feel like you need to believe that you can, this isn't going to be true for for all of you, but I feel like for some of you, it's like you could be breaking a generational curse here, I feel. I don't really believe in curses, but I do feel that sometimes, like in families, we repeat a pattern, because of the family. Neptune and Pisces, which we have right now, is all about breaking generational curses. So it's like some of you, I feel, are being called to, kind of push yourself to that point where you would normally give up on something and then go a little bit further. If you do that, you're going to get to this right here, Ten of Cups. So, I don't know, every single reading I do for you, you have the Seven of Cups, literally, right? Every single one, you're the only sign, so I would move. Yeah, look at this, with the Six of Pentacles, you have the Sun. Literally says you can have your happiness. Six of Pentacles, to me, is basically a card of planting seeds. It says take those tiny steps to get to the Sun. And you have the Sun twice. So it's like you clearly have an idea of what could lead to happiness in your life, or, what could lead to fulfillment. The Sun is like your inner child. This right here is your inner child on the Sun. And I feel like the universe wants you to be happy, even if you're not. And you just have to start planting those seeds in the right direction. With the Justice card, you have the Page of Wands. this might be an adventure. It's like sometimes, like I've had plenty of people comment, they're like, I don't know what makes me happy. I don't have any hobbies. I'm like, well, go just try something, right? It's like I can't hold your hand for the rest of your life here, right? And it's like, so some people, I think you're just overcomplicating it. It's like, find something that you think you could be interested in and then go try it and do that a bunch of times, right? It's like, you're making it way too hard if you're going to leave a comment like that. But the Page of Wands is like, go explore and, go try something new. What makes you feel enthusiastic? You have the Sun twice. The Sun twice in a reading is extremely positive. The Sun is the best card in the tarot deck, and it makes readings more positive. But I feel like you need to actually start working towards the Sun. You deserve to be happy. With the High Priestess, you have the Fool. Definitely time to take a leap of faith. It's like I almost feel like this is repetitive right here. Is the Four of Swords, which is it's popping into my head as addiction to healing, and I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't heal from something, right? But it's like sometimes I think we get addicted to healing. We get addicted to ending situations. I'm not just talking about love here either. I'm talking about could be anything like jobs, businesses. I've known people in my life where they cycle through friends, for example, right? It's like they always have a problem with a friend, always, and they're always getting new friends, and then having a problem with that friend, and always going to the next one, right? That's just one example. And sometimes I think those people are addicted to the drama, but in the sense that they're addicted to the fallout, like what happens after, and then they're addicted to having to heal to get better. So, and maybe because that's what they think they deserve, right? And I'm not saying that's you, I'm just giving you an example here. And I kind of feel that energy here with the Four of Swords, where it's like saying to me that you could just have this. You can just have the Sun, but I feel like you have to believe that you can have the Sun just in general. Next, you have this Dolphin card. It says playfulness, cooperation. You have this Turtle. It says slowness and, what does it say? Slowness and protection on it as well. You could be trying to protect yourself too much from things, but I do feel like you need to be more playful for sure. I mean, you have the Sun. One thing I will tell you about the Sun, I'm going to show you on this one just because it's easier to see. As you see here, he's got this wall behind him, and that represents a wall that we all put up against our inner child. And, it's like, are there things that you can do to be more playful? Are there things you can do to enjoy life more? When we're enjoying life, that's when we get answers. Like, trust me, I always say, I had a big business failure when I was like 21, 22. For like 4 years, I did nothing. I literally did nothing. Wouldn't allow myself to go out with friends. I just was punishing myself and like trying to force things to work, right? Which that never works. And I proved it to myself. It didn't work at all. And it wasn't until I started walking. That was like the first thing I did. And then I started going out and stuff like that. That really, I started getting answers. I started getting guidance. I feel it wasn't like really guidance, but maybe it was like inspirations that I was getting of moving in a new direction. I started this channel like right at that time when I started walking, right? And so that was like the first time I lost a bunch of weight. You can literally go to the beginning, and I lost a bunch of weight at the beginning of that channel because I was walking every single day. And doing other things as well. But again, sometimes I think we have to like get started. We have to move the energy forward. And I feel that here with the Eight of Swords, where it's like saying, don't just be stuck, Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction, but it says you don't have to be stuck. There are ways out of your situation no matter what. The thing with the Eight of Swords is that it kind of represents only seeing one way of doing things when there might be multiple solutions. So I feel like you just have to look for a solution. You have the Seven of Cups, too much, I feel like you're almost like worried about too many things. Like you could be worried about like, let's say you want to make a change, you could be worried about like what your family will think. You could be worried, but it's like multiple things. It's like you're worried about, will you have the money? Will your family think you're crazy? Will you make new friends if you like move or something like that? Like I have all these questions rushing into my head, but I really feel like you're just confusing yourself. And again, I'm not calling you out here. I'm just saying, I feel like you could be kind of like just confusing yourself. I feel like being present, like I feel like understanding that you just want your brain, your brain just wants to feel okay. Your brain just wants to feel good, right? And I feel like just understanding that and saying like, okay, I understand my brain just wants me to feel good right now, and I don't. I'm thinking too much about the future. I need to slow down, and I just need to take it one step at a time. I think that would be a much better, I think that'll kind of like remove some of that energy. You have the Four Swords, and again, I was getting like addicted to healing or something along those lines, something like that. Again, take it how it resonates. I'm not saying that you are addicted to healing or anything like that, but there's something here about that. Some of you, again, could have, like I described, you could have a friend that's like addicted to churn and burn of friends. Maybe they like burn through friends or something, and that popped into my head. But I also feel there are some blessings coming in for you. Again, there's a person right here who's receiving blessings from another person if it wants to focus right here. So there could be blessings coming in for you at this time. Let's see what's going on here. With the Eight of Swords, sorry, you have the Six of Swords. How crazy is that? I almost just said Six of Swords. I pull the card, it's the Six of Swords. So definitely moving on to calmer shores. There are improvements. I feel like you're being guided at this time as well. The guy in the back of the boat of the Six of Swords, he always represents a guide, like someone who goes back and forth between the choppy waters. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Three of Cups. It's like there are good things and bad things in those cups, and the Three of Cups is a celebration. So I feel like you need to pick like the good things in the cups, not the what ifs, not the what if this happens, what if that happens, you know? With the Four of Swords, you have the, what is this? Queen of Swords. I kind of feel like this is your energy just in general here. I kind of feel that normally the Queen of Swords, her back would be towards the past. And like this reading is saying to me that you see what will make you happy going this direction. So I feel like you see the things that will lead to happiness, joy, you know, abundance. And, you know, I think I said at the beginning of the reading that you have a lot of cards of clarity here, right? I think I said that. Am I making that up? I don't think so. You have the Ace of Swords and the Sun. So, and the Sun twice at that. Next, you have this Distant Horizon card and this Judication card. Again, this Distant Horizon card literally represents the future, but, you know, I really feel it's more saying that you're projecting too much into the future. So I do feel this reading is encouraging you to make sure to be present. I would say that's like the only thing I would do if I were you here, Aquarius, is like really just focus on being present, doing what you can with what you got, with what's in front of you right now. I feel like if you start worrying too much about the future, it's just going to slow you down. I do also feel that some of you could be involved in like a legal matter, and I actually feel like things are going to, you know, a legal matter is never a good thing necessarily, but I feel like things are going your way in this situation. You have the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Sun. The Ten of Cups, of course, is fortune after difficulty, so I feel like there are good things coming in after a difficult period of time. I wouldn't really call this a love reading because there's like no one showing up here, but you know, there could be love coming in for you if you want it. But I really feel this is more talking about kind of your own happiness and joy. These people are choosing to be happy. You know, those 10 cups exist up here, but the story of the 10 of cups is that they're standing in the real world. They still have to deal with like real world issues and real world problems, but they are choosing happiness. So, you know, I feel like it is time for you to choose happiness. You have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups says follow your heart. I do feel your heart is probably guiding you towards a much better opportunity. Again, it's funny that you have that Trust the Universe card as your first card. And then, you know, going this way, you go to the Nine of Wands. Queen of Cups, this cup, it almost looks like a trophy to me. And I always say that she represents really, really valuing what your heart is telling you to do. And I feel like you really need to kind of listen to that internal voice that is your heart. Your heart could be guiding you in a direction that other people don't agree with, or it could be guiding you in a direction that you have tried before. And I feel like this is saying it doesn't matter. It's going to lead to success. It's a very successful reading here, Aquarius. You have the Sun twice. So there's clearly a lot of success here, but I feel like you need to trust that you are being led towards your happiness and your joy. I also feel like, again, that some of you working on those like limiting beliefs would be a really good thing for you right now. With the Ten of Cups, well, I'm going to eat my words because you have the Lovers here, so I kind of did feel a little bit of love, but again, I don't think it's like dominating the reading, you know? So it's like, you know, if you want love, it's here. I do, obviously there could be a lover coming in for you. Looks like communication to me because we go to the Ace of Swords. So some of you could just be meeting a person that you communicate with or have recently or will recently be communicating with. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Love it. Definitely a big opportunity, again, in your heart, what your heart is telling you to do. It really seems to me like your heart is trying to guide you towards happiness or it's like the universe is guiding you towards more happiness. With the Sun here, you have the Hangman. The Hangman represents enlightenment. The Sun represents enlightenment. Normally, the Hangman, he's hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and normally his head is glowing, so he has received answers. He has received enlightenment, but he's still hanging from the tree. You know, he needs to like get off the bowl. He needs to start like working towards something. So really, this is one of those readings that kind of tells me that you are ready for success, or you're ready for, you know, something bigger, but I feel like you have to like get moving and get out of hangman mode here. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this mundane card. This is from the Threads of Fate Empyrean Oracle. Full disclosure, I have a business relationship with Threads of Fate, but they are launching 3 new decks. This video isn't not sponsored by them, but you should probably know that I have a business relationship with them. And again, the 3 new decks, it's a Kickstarter down below. You can check that out. But anyway, I feel like things have been boring for too long, literally mundane. Like, I feel like things have not been exciting. And what's interesting is that there's like a hand on this card and it has the whole world in its hands. So I feel like you have the whole world in your hands. I just feel like you need to start moving. You have the Ace of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. Again, this is meant to represent the good stuff, so it's going to be positive no matter what. But I feel like a victory is like within your grasp or within your reach. There's this crown at the top of the Ace of Swords, and it's really saying to me that you're about to be successful. I feel like you're about to have this crown. But I feel like you have to take some sort of risk. Again, the 5 of Swords in the good stuff would represent kind of like accomplishing something or achieving something or overcoming something, which I do feel like you could be doing. But intuitively, I also feel that this card is encouraging you to take some sort of risk. And the 5 of Swords does represent like some sort of risk-taking activity, but we're not talking about like a bad risk here. We are talking about taking a calculated risk, like doing something that you've been learning about, or taking the risk of putting yourself out there, or taking the risk of being happy as well. Like I as crazy as that sounds, like trust me, during that 4 years of my life where I was allowing myself to suffer, it's like the last thing I wanted. It used to drive me crazy when people would tell me, "Oh, just be happy," or just focus on the positive, or like all that stuff. I hated when people would say that, right? I rejected it. So I get it. I totally understand. But I do feel it's kind of like saying, take the risk. You have this 9 of Wands here. 9 of Wands about kind of like trying again. 9 of Wands, I do kind of get second chance vibes here for you, Aquarius, but it's like something you've worked on. If you worked on a project and it wasn't successful, I feel like you could be getting a second chance. It's 10-10, by the way, as at the time of me saying this. So, it's almost like you're getting a second chance. That's really the vibe that I get off of that 9 of Wands. Let's see. With the Ace of Swords, you have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is like a card of success at work. And again, you've been working towards something. The Ace of Swords, I will show you, it's above the mountains. The mountains on the Ace of Swords, on any tarot card really, they represent achievements, but the sword is above the mountains. So this really tells me that you've been working to overcome something, and I feel like you are overcoming whatever obstacle you've been trying to overcome. With the 5 of Swords, you have the Judgment card. Again, definitely giving me second chance vibes here. So some of you could have a second chance in like work or business to accomplish something that you've been trying to accomplish, or it could be in some other area of your life. With the 9 of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands. For some reason, I thought you had another Knight. I guess not. But could be a fire sign coming in for you in love. Again, love seems to be in the background for you this week. That doesn't mean you can't have it, of course. I think we can always have love, but maybe it's just not a big focus for you right now, and that's fine. I think your only focus here should be on your own personal happiness and creating more happiness and joy. And again, where I'm going with that is like, people always leave me comments. They're like, I can't be, doing things that make me happy right now. I have to, I'm not making any money. And I always say to those people, no, you need to do it more than anyone else. If that's what you're thinking, that you have to work, right? And because you're suffering financially, it's like, if that's what you're focusing on, that's what you're focusing on. You're focusing on things not working. You need to go do something fun so you can get out of your head and get away from that energy. So, I kind of get that feeling here. You have this Vine card. It says, seek out information that will help you. Definitely, I think there is a lot of information that could kind of like make you much more happy. I also feel like this is about kind of like needing to change your focus as well, which I think a lot of people need to do. Again, we are watching things break right now. And, I keep telling people I think it's better to build than break. People always leave me comments, which I love the comments, by the way, that say, oh, we should, take down the government and everything. It's like, yeah, I get where you're coming from, but it's already breaking itself. Like these things that are going on in the world, they are breaking themselves. It's better. We should just be focused on building, right? Which is a much better vibration, much better direction to go in. And that's definitely popping into my head with this card. Also, again, I think that for everything that, there could be certain things. What's popping into my head is that there could be certain things that you say don't work that actually do. It reminds me of, I come from the business world. I was a marketing consultant, copywriter for many years, and I worked for plenty of businesses where it's like I would be working with two businesses. One would say, oh, this technique doesn't work. The other business would just try it. This business that said that it didn't work, it wouldn't work. This business over here that just tried it, that believed that it would work, it would work. So it's kind of funny because I think we are in a time where it's like whatever you believe to be true is true. So it's like if you believe that, you can be happy and that good things are happening, then good things will happen, right? You have this V card. It says victory in some endeavor. The whole entire reading is about a victory. You have that Ace of Swords. So clearly, I feel there's a victory coming in for you. You have this heart card. It says love, deep affection, and caring. I feel like if you want love, like it is available to you, like I said, it kind of feels like more as we get into like June, to me that that could be a better time for love for you if you're looking for it. But, there you go. I feel like you need to love yourself is what this reading is saying, really. You have this August card, and then you have this Rat card. It says someone working against you behind your back. This could be since the month of August. So, go back to August. Did something happen around that time? I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. So, I would look into it. I do have something weird popping into my head as well where, I'm just going to say, I feel like some of you could be discovering that you thought someone was a rat, but it was actually someone else. I don't know. I have like a weird story popping into my head where it's like maybe there's someone trying to cause drama in your life, but it could be someone who's like close to you. And I don't want to scare you or anything, but, it is what it is. I feel like you're going to be getting an answer on that soon. So you could be like learning some sort of truth. You have this boat card. It says money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Definitely good financial stuff here. I kind of feel like this money could be coming in through something that you're working on though. But this is a pretty good reading here, Aquarius. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.